Yo, hey, literally was just in this seat about 30 minutes ago. Myself and my co-host chilling with Dylan. We both went live. If y'all sneakerheads and sneaker fans, man, we went live today for the Wu-Tang Dunks and the Air Jordan 9 Olive. So, I mean, if you, like I said, sneakerhead, we do got some members of the Unbreakable Army over here, but Army, my man Dylan, he go live and he do sneaker content from here and there as well. So make sure y'all tap in and check my boy out. But we are live for the WWE SmackDown. What would you say, man? The after show, the aftermath
Yeah.
of what happened last night on SmackDown. And I would say it was a pretty eventful SmackDown from what I remember. I was just telling Dylan, I'm like, bro, sometimes I have to watch SmackDown and AEW and Raw and NXT a few times over because I'd be on my phone, I'd be moving around, I'd be doing this. But last night SmackDown had a lot of key moments that are going to propel us to the future. You know what we got for Survivor Series. We seen the new date for Elimination Chamber yesterday, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. So we got a lot, that's going on, and we got a lot to expect as well, bro. But go ahead and start us off.
Yeah, man. So the main stuff that happened, I actually thought it was a really good SmackDown. I got to be honest. It was probably one of the better ones in a little while. I personally thought it's also it flowed really well too. And SmackDown's been 2 hours for a while. However, we just did get news that when it goes to Raw, both Raw and SmackDown,
When it goes to Netflix.
Yeah, so when Raw goes to Netflix, my
Okay.
bad. So when Raw goes to Netflix, it's rumored that Raw and SmackDown, so SmackDown would turn into 3 hours as well.
Okay.
So, now maybe not everything will be rushed and they can dive in and add more talent here and there as well.
Yeah, especially with what Nick Aldis, that announcement he had last night too, and we're gonna get into that later on. That'll definitely help beef up, the matches on a match card per SmackDown.
Facts. So yeah, man. So it started off basically with the Usos coming out, right? With Roman, and they had the whole thing saying Sammy ain't, family, and that was a good segment, man. Sammy tried to break character too. He tried to go back old school and have them all laughing in the ring. That was good, bro. It really was. It brought you.
It was like almost watching peak, Bloodline humor.
Yes.
But still, was taken serious. Like only piece they were missing was Heyman. Like that's literally the only piece that they're missing. Like I don't know when Heyman's gonna come back. Like I'm almost scared to the point that Heyman gonna come back as a heel or something, bro. Like it's just like you would think that Heyman would be back by now. You know what I'm saying? So like, what's up with that? What's up with Paul Heyman still being gone with Roman Reigns being back since August?
Yeah,
okay,
bro.
so we
it's almost making me feel like maybe he's gonna come back with the new Bloodline. I don't know yet, because you would have thought he would have maybe came back for the segment last night.
Yeah,
because you had everybody there, and but they just reunited last night officially, right? We can just skip forward to the main event while we're already talking about it. So what happened is the new Bloodline tribal chief ceremony that they were gonna do. Roman's music hits again, cuts Solo off. Yeah, obviously the attack again. New Bloodline attacks Roman. Sammy had to make the choice. Is he gonna kick Roman? Nah, man. He chose Sammy Uso instead. All right. So
I ain't gonna lie, I was happy to see.
Yes,
I was happy to see it. Come on, Dylan. One time for the one time, bro. One time for the one time. I was happy to see it. I finally feel like Sami Zayn. Unfortunately, bro, like that's been the best work that Sami Zayn had in years. Like you had, like if we think about it, him and KO post Bloodline, it didn't really do much for him.
No,
he won an Intercontinental Championship, and he beat Gunther at WrestleMania. But that was to me peak Sami Zayn, because if you even to go back in time, like before Sami Zayn even became a member of the Bloodline, he was doing that whole conspiracy theory, like they out to get him, all that nonsense. So like,
yeah,
I feel like this has been like peak Sami Zayn right here, bro. So it's definitely good to see him back in the mix. But what they gonna do when they break up? You know what I'm saying? This Bloodline, this is temporary. this is very temporary, bro. Because again, like if you notice, Jay comes out to his own music.
Oh,
I
we just
can't
got
see
one too.
Jay. I can't see Jay being part of this bloodline thing for long. Like maybe after WrestleMania is over with, but like maybe the Usos gonna start fighting the Tongans because again, now that we have, and I like that because it kind of segments the bloodline. Like they're still the bloodline, but you still got side missions, you know,
Mhm.
that need to still be completed. But you know, Jay is a superstar now. Jimmy is not. Like Jimmy still comes out with Roman. You know, Jimmy is Jimmy,
Yeah.
and Jay is Jay at this point. It went from a time where they were like the twins to now you got Jay and you got Jimmy over here. You
Yep.
know, so we shall see
We
how
do have
all that goes.
we do got somebody here, TB309. Roman still didn't apologize though. Yeah, he didn't apologize, but you got to remember too, he wasn't like Sammy said. He wanted an apology for Jay. And you can even see from that one little backstage segment, like Jay wants to be his own man. So,
Yeah,
like you said, it goes right to your point where it's temporary. Because I think after Survivor Series, Jay is too big of a star, I feel, to just be going back to tag team titles.
yeah, 100%, 100%.
So
That's
I
why I say
think
like they gonna have these sad missions. You
yes.
know what I'm saying? They gonna have these sad missions, but Jay is a superstar now. He's not on Roman's level,
No.
but he's a superstar. But I also don't want to see Jimmy playing sidekick to Roman forever either. Like
Yeah.
Jimmy needs his own mojo over there as well. And I feel like they threw him with Roman too quick. Like since WrestleMania, Jay has been able to go off on his own and show his work. Jimmy was hurt, then he comes back and instantly back in the picture with Roman. So we still haven't seen a solo Jimmy run, but it's to the point now where Jay is so big that can Jimmy even fill his own brother's shoes at this point?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Going post this bloodline issue, but Solo made a reference yesterday, and he was like, well, no, Roman actually was like, well, so what you trying to do? War games? Like,
Mhm.
he's like, you only got 4. He
Yep.
was like, Solo was like, now we got our 5th member. We got our 5th. So clearly there has to be some kind of 5-man mix,
Yep.
or maybe they were just throwing us a curveball. But traditionally
It's a 5v5.
it's a 5v5, right? So
Yep.
even when they did the bloodline, when KO got kicked between the legs by Sammy, was it 5 or was it only 4?
No, it was 5 because it
Did they,
was
did they have Drew McIntyre or something? Bloodline had something. Bloodline had Drew McIntyre, right?
no, Bloodline, it was you gotta remember, it was, Roman, Jimmy, Jay, Sammy, and Solo.
Right. I forgot. Solo been on his own for so long,
Yeah,
bro. That I
yeah,
almost forgot that he was a part of that. Like, yeah, Solo was a part of that original bloodline, bro. But like, I feel like he didn't become a prominent member to once Jay was gone, once Sammy was gone. Then we actually seen Solo become like the enforcer. So you're
yeah,
right. It
Solo was
was.
never out on his own, like, he was always the guy as the enforcer, right? And he never
Mhm.
spoke until, like, now on, with the whole new Bloodline stuff. And I
And
gotta be
I
honest,
go ahead.
he's getting pretty good on the mic,
Solo be
man.
having me rolling, bro.
Dude,
Like,
his facial expressions
bro,
and the way
so
he interacts with Roman, bro, it's great.
bro, even just like how he talks to the crowd, he was like, well, it'll be a saying like, Buffalo, shut your mouth.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm talking right now. I'm like, what is
yeah,
they doing with Solo? But I like
yeah.
it though, bro.
Yep,
You know what
yep,
I'm saying? It seems like he's finally getting into his character, and y'all adding these dubs, on
yep.
his belt as well by pinning Roman, by laying Roman out every week, man. Like it's been good, man. That's been good. What else we had other than the bloodline?
What else we got? So next up, you had the Candice and Bailey match. I don't know what they're gonna be doing with Bailey.
I don't even know what they're doing with Candice.
I don't know either. You got to remember too, her and Indy Hartwell are like super super tight,
Well, yep.
and she's gone. So
Hmm.
it's kind of strange. I feel like all of a sudden they're kind of pushing Candice up
They
to
are.
like that main
They
level,
are.
right?
They are.
And it's gonna be interesting to see. I mean, she lost last night.
Which
But
I'm surprised that they maybe they're gonna do a best out of 3 match between her and Bailey.
it
But like,
could.
even what are they doing with Bailey? Like, you got to think. I feel like Bailey shined the best when the 4 horsewomen were all there. It's
Yes.
like Bailey just kind of like drifts in the back. Like, you can tell who was the stars of the 4 horsewomen.
Oh yeah.
Charlotte, like when Charlotte's there, you can feel that Charlotte is there.
Yep.
When Becky is there, you can feel when Becky is there. When
Yep.
Sasha Banks was there, you can feel that Sasha. But when Bailey's there, like, it's just, oh yeah, that's Bailey. It's
Yeah.
Bailey. You know,
Yep.
like Bailey right now to me is getting lost in the sauce. Like in a sense, I kind of feel like Bailey is not necessarily on what Montez is saying, but like they're added Tiffany Stratton. Once Tiffany Stratton was added to the SmackDown roster, like, we ain't really been hearing and thinking much about Bailey. You know what I'm saying? Tiffany Stratton, to me right now, is more of a star than Bailey.
Oh, 100%. And also, she's like the X factor too, because she has the briefcase, right? It kind of puts her even at a much more higher level because she's automatically in that main event mix between the titles, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's almost like a non-storyline. Do you know what I'm saying? Like how they have like these matches where like they want them to be on like the main shows and everything like that, but they don't actually have like anything
Going
planned
forward.
in the future.
Yeah.
I feel like Tiffy's got to be the champ at some point soon. Whether it's going to be, it's not. I don't. And we got to see what happens with the Survivor Series card.
See, something just randomly hit me, bro.
Okay.
Now things can go now that they're adding this Women's United States Championship into the mix.
Yeah,
things can go a different way. Let's just say let's just say Bailey or Naomi was the inaugural WWE Women's United States Champion, and Tiffany Stratton comes cash in and take that title. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can add to the, like, it's been times where people cashed in on not the heavyweight championship. So like, you saying it like that, bro, like, I feel like that could be something good. That's because you want Tiffany Stratton to be the women's champion.
I do.
I know you do. But this United States Championship, man, is basically like the secondary title, right? To lead up to becoming the heavyweight champion. Now,
I think she's too big of a star to be a mid-card title holder.
But they also need somebody. They need a star to hold that title as well.
And I think Bailey would be the perfect.
I think so too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I can see her cashing in and taking it from Bailey as well.
Not the way that the Nia storyline has been going, right? It would be so weird all of a sudden now for them to just flip flop and have her be like the Women's United States champ. Or, I'm speculating. You did a reel on it yesterday that I saw after I texted you. Raw is definitely going to be getting another mid-card title too.
Yeah,
it's probably going to be
the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
Yes. So again, from Raw, who are you going to make that title holder? Who's like a mid-carder on Raw that has some steam, but also not like super over? I don't know. Who would you make it? I mean,
I would say give it to somebody like Shayna Baszler, bro. Like, they have
or like Chelsea Green or somebody like that.
See, that's what a lot of people saying that for SmackDown, bro. Like, but let's be real. When Chelsea Green and Piper Niven had those tag titles, they were more interesting than when Bianca and Jay could low key fight for that United States Championship, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it makes things interesting now. Now we can no longer just focus on who's going to be the women's champion. Like, I feel like they may be 2-3 years too late trying to do this. Like, they should have had this, and like, man, actually, let's say, man, they about 4 or 5 years too late. Because like at the Women's Revolution, when they had so many people, Io would be good too, bro. But Io just won the Battle Royal for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, she's already in the mix.
She's already in the mix, man. Like, I mean, Alexa Bliss will be a nice Intercontinental Champion holder, bro. I don't know what her timeline as far as her coming back, but it's probably gonna be Rumble.
I saw somebody yesterday say if they don't make Natalia the mid-card title holder, bro,
please
it's just history.
Look what AJ Harris said. He say Break took the words out of my mouth. We need NXT Shane. Yes.
Yeah.
Like, they need a dominant force in order for these championship belts to be looked at as main contenders. Like, look what Seth Rollins and Gunther did for the IC champion. They had to put heavyweight champion material on those titles just so that just so they can have prestige.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be somebody good. Shayna Baszler, NXT Shayna Baszler, I will pick over half of the women roster right now, bro. Like, put some gold on Shayna Baszler and make her that dominant force that she was in NXT when she was undefeated for years.
I
or
agree.
Asuka, like bring back that dangerous Asuka. Like, have Asuka come back as the leader of the Kabuki Warriors or the leader of Damage Control and have her be a vicious beast, bro. Like, they wasted some of these women wrestlers.
And I agree. I think one of those would be perfect, right? But it's also like, you got to remember, man, we're still 2 hours until Raw goes to Netflix in January. So January 1st, that's when it happens, or January 5th or something like that, right? Okay. But we have the title announced now. I guarantee you they're going to be doing some type of tournament for this title.
Yeah, for Survivor Series, more than likely.
Yes. And sure, during the tournament, they can bring in these people, right? Because where has Baszler been? Nowhere to be found. Hasn't been on TV in a while. Where has Asuka been? Nowhere to be found. Not on TV in a while.
Asuka's injured.
Okay. So it's like, and you also got to think like, man, if they keep adding more and more women to the roster, well, where are they going to fit all these people on a 2-hour show? They're just not. So I could see them doing something at Survivor Series for the inaugural title and then catapulting that to maybe the first defense at the Royal Rumble. And then by that time, we're in January.
First defense? Oh, nah, bro. They need to be defending these championships, bro, because if Survivor Series is the end of November, like, they can't wait all the way to February 1st to defend them titles.
Oh, you're right. I forgot.
They gotta have them titles I
forgot the Rumble was in February this year. I'm thinking like, I don't know why I was thinking. I know it's usually like early January.
Well, yeah, mid to end January is normal. Royal Rumble's always around my birthday. My birthday is the 31st of January, so it's always kind of around that time. But to kind of segment to the next thing, I kind of feel like both the Women's Intercontinental Championship and the Women's U.S. Championship can kind of be looked at like the tag titles. Like, now on SmackDown, we had a potential heel Tommaso Ciampa, and which I like.
Yes, man.
You know what I'm
we
saying?
got the Blackheart version back.
All these faces, bro. Like, and I'm not talking about the wrestlers' faces, but these, like, we got too many faces. We need more heels. Tommaso Ciampa as a heel was a monster in NXT.
Bro, he was
let's
one of the
bring
better.
It back. TV said, when is Rhea getting her belt back? Rumble? She may return at the Rumble, bro. But I'm to the point, like, I don't even want Rhea to have a belt no more, bro. Like, I've enjoyed. I enjoy when new superstars get a chance to hold the title, bro. I'm almost like when you get two new teams in the NBA Finals, or if you got a team in the NBA Final who won 17 times versus a team who's never won. I'm a root for the team who's never won. Like, Rhea having a belt, Charlotte having a belt, like these people that have the belts for some time. Like, put these Shayna Baszler as the women's champion on Raw would be a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would be. Like, I'm ready for them to get some new faces, but like Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, DIY heel turn, I feel like it's needed. I feel like Montez and Angelo Dawkins, Street Profit heel turn, I feel like that's needed. Like, Montez, I sent you the text. Montez is my man's. You know what I'm saying? He texted me this morning, showing me his dub on the Wu-Tang Dunks. Like, I want something good for that brother. Like, I don't want him to feel like his talent is being wasted. But in that tag team division, like, bro is a superstar. You know, and not saying Dawkins isn't, but you don't want to be one of those guys who's just, you don't want to Edge and Christian yourself. Like, I feel like Edge and Christian was a tag team for so long that when they finally split up, you already knew what superstar was going to get catapulted over the other one. And that's kind of where we at right now. Like, they're not equals. You know, like, you look at Tez and then you look at Dawkins and you like, Tez is a superstar. Dawkins is, you know, he's playing that tag team role. And their best opportunity was with Bobby Lashley, and they WWE ruined it. Like when they put them in suits,
Yeah.
changed the music. Like I thought the Street Profits was about to be tag team champs. Lashley was going to be United States champion or WWE champion, but that literally went nowhere, bro.
Yeah.
That literally went nowhere.
Yeah. I mean, listen, there's just we literally just talked about it too. There's a lot of teams as well, man. I'd like to see some of them split up. The whole Blackheart Tommaso Ciampa is great because man, that NXT run with him and Gargano was something. It was great, man.
Yep.
That was back when NXT was like popping
That black
too.
and gold NXT.
Oh yeah,
like,
man.
The first like NXT 2016 through like 2019 was just like premium NXT years, bro. Like if y'all really watching wrestling, majority of the stars now went through NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're on that prime NXT super. Like most of like all Attitude Era guys are gone. Ruthless Aggression Era guys are pretty much gone. Now we in that NXT new generation, but these guys are getting up there. Look at Roman. Look at Seth. Like these guys been in there for 12 plus years themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So now I feel like the issue is who's gonna be the new superstars, bro. AJ Styles is on his way out. You know what I'm saying? Like who's gonna be the superstars of this generation? And I don't know, bro.
We got so much.
Probably in a tag team right now.
Yeah, I mean, there and right now, currently, I mean, when you look at NXT, there is some crazy talent down there right now, bro. I mean, it really is the feeder league. It is like it's so funny because I was watching NXT this past week, right, with the whole ECW, and that arena was popping.
Yeah,
it was great. They were all into it. I mean, there are stars down there too, bro. The women's division down there is insane. I still think it's better,
bro.
I think it's better than the current product on
100%.
SmackDown and Raw. And
100%.
And it's tough with the whole 2-hour stuff because you're not going to see that many call-ups. Apparently, Lash Legend and Jakar Jackson are called up to the main roster. However, then they were back on NXT, so I don't know what's going on with that.
I feel like a lot of that stuff won't sit until the Netflix deal is done. SmackDown is solidified. Like it's too much juggling right now with talent and not having enough time to get the adequate amount of shine for these guys. So I feel like a lot of juggling is gonna go on for the next couple months.
Yeah, and obviously when we get hit Rumble time too in February, there's going to be some surprises there, and we will get some main card call ups then as well. That it happens every year.
But something's gonna change because don't forget Netflix wanted Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and who was the other person that they wanted?
Roman, CM Punk, and
was it Drew?
No, Cody.
Cody. Yep. So I don't know. Are they gonna meet those demands? You know what I'm saying? Like the only way I can feel them meeting those demands is no more brand.
Yeah, division. And we're gonna make a video on that too about the whole draft.
They gotta drop that. They gotta drop the draft, man. They got to. But like Dylan said, we will touch bases on that for another video. But I mean, what's it? Machine Guns, Motor City Machine Guns versus the Street Profits.
Yep.
Something is gonna happen next week with that. I don't feel like Taz and them gonna win. But I do feel like that may be that split up right there. Even like with the New Day, like the split ups need to happen. And I feel like Taz has been cryptically, posting things, bro. I think he's been either him and Dawkins are gonna just go crazy and just start attacking tag teams, or Taz is gonna finally have that heel turn. One of the two, bro. That's gonna be my prediction for that.
I think that backstage promo was kind of a heelish promo anyway, right? Mm-hmm. And it was good. But dude, he is like he's really good on the mic, bro. Yeah. And he doesn't get an opportunity to show it that often. Mm-hmm. Which I think it's a shame that he doesn't. But yeah, that's next week. Announced that Street Profits versus Motor City Machine Guns for the titles. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I hope Street Profits win the titles, and then you can get a heel turn with Dawkins too. It'll mean a little bit more and kind of propel Montez to do his own thing in singles competition. But we also had a pretty good segment. Again, we're getting that 2009 Randy Orton back, man.
Oh, yeah.
We had Kevin Owens attack him, throwing out the old school pile
Pile driver,
driver.
yeah.
Bro, did you see how Randy took it too, man?
Yeah, bro, it was terrible. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Like,
bro, my man was like tucked so much he
tuck, bro.
bounced off.
Bro, he was so tuck paws, bro. That I'm just like, come on, bro. Like, I know y'all gotta be careful.
He had to take it that way, bro,
driver.
because he's got some serious back issues.
Yeah, man. So I mean, in order to protect my man Randy, because Randy is a GOAT. Randy top 10, top 15, possibly. Like let me not throw top, because I don't want to throw top 10 loosely out there, man. And then
I say top 10.
Top 10. We get to the top 10, and I'm just like, yeah, maybe Randy got to go to 11. But it was good. It was like you can see that they're trying to push the envelope, man. We're gonna do band moves. We're gonna have them cursing. We're gonna, we're gonna make it feel as, and Randy Orton is from that era. Randy Orton and KO is from that era where we want to push the envelope just a tad bit. Like, we're not looking at, Ludwig Kaiser versus I don't know, bro. Some other new, like, we're looking at guys who've been in this stuff for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, Randy Orton got in there in 2002. So they're used to that type of wrestling, man, where we cursing, where we want it to be more realistic, man, like where we want to take them bumps, where we want it, just that, gritty, dirty, style of WWE, man. And, Randy be trying to bring it. TB said, I was waiting for Kevin Owens to be the driver of the ambulance.
Bro, that made me laugh.
Do a cement truck or something, bro.
That comment, you know what immediately popped in my brain, bro, is when Undertaker and Teddy Long were in the limo.
Oh yeah, he turned around. He turned around and surprised him. Bro. Classic SmackDown, bro. For real, man. But this bout is definitely gonna happen when, I don't know. I don't even know what's up with Survivor Series now. If they even gonna do the 5v5, like we haven't heard anything about Randy Orton, RKO, and Adam Pearce. Like, it's almost like they just swept that under the rug. So I guess we just got to continue to watch and see what's gonna happen.
And we only got 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's not a lot of time, bro.
Other than the Bloodline, we don't have any prediction of these matches going forward for the next 3 weeks. So it's gonna be interesting.
Which means we should have a lot of good wrestling coming up then.
Yep. You also had Tiffany Stratton and Nia versus Bianca and Jade. Good match, I thought. It was all right. Pretty typical. I mean, when are they going to drop the belts to somebody? They got to split up, bro.
But also, if you notice, Tiffany been taking a lot of L's too, just for that one big dub. So it's probably going to come soon, bro, because they keep having her lose. Like, why do y'all keep having her lose? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's going to be keep beating her down for her to finally cash in that Money in the Bank. And I still do think, especially since Crown Jewel is over, 100% going to be on Nia.
Yeah, facts. And then obviously you had the we already touched on it too, the championship. So the women's United States Championship was announced. It's great, man. I think it's awesome. I really do. Yeah. Like we touched on who we think could possibly, maybe we'll make a separate video on that or predictions.
I like that idea. I like that idea. Who's going to be the first?
Yep. And let us know too, guys, like who you think is deserving of the of that championship, bro. And you know what too, like I know I mentioned it before, just like kind of like laughing about it, like the whole Natalia thing, but it is kind of true. Like somebody like that could be, I know you're shaking your head, bro, because I feel the exact same way as you do, right? It's a filler piece, but it is kind of like, bro, it's when you think about her career, it is kind of disrespectful what they do with her, because
I mean,
they only put hold on, they only put her in matches, bro, that are like, these 30 women battle royals and like these 10 women tag matches, and she goes to all the international stuff.
Yeah, I'm about to say she definitely was on NXT fighting Lola Vice not too long ago. That was the last time I feel like I've seen her. She's that workhorse. She's that person that when they need somebody to get the job done, they can count on her, bro. So she's a very vital. But Natalia has also played her role, bro. She's been in there since 2008.
Yeah. Like, well, that's what I'm saying. I think that they could a little respect. All right, show a little respect to her.
I'm just recently, bro. She was a women's SmackDown Women's Champion. Maybe
how long ago? No, longer than that.
Come on, bro. but the older women wrestlers are kind of getting stale though, bro.
But what I'm saying is it's a good passing the torch moment when you think about it. If she were to win and then drop it, in the next couple weeks, like, I'm cool with that. But I would
Keep
like to
her
see
far away
some of
from
the
that title, bro. Keep her far away from that title, bro. Put
Oh,
that
man,
title
he is
on
cold.
Shayna Baszler. Put that title on Zoe Starks. Put that man, bro. Bring up Cora Jade. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they got so much
I
talent.
love that.
And they
I'd
got
love for
they got
somebody
so much talent in that women's NXT
I would
roster, bro,
love
that
for
they
some
have to.
Yes.
They gotta like that 10 women, that 10 women's match, bro. Look at like only piece I would say that's getting it. Gigi Dolan is getting like mad disrespect. I don't know why, like they haven't really been using
Gigi
her.
Dolan.
Yeah, Gigi Dolan. She was part of Toxic Attraction with Mandy Rose and
Yeah, I
Jason
know.
Jane. But
Oh, okay.
where
I
has she
thought
been?
I thought you were talking about JC Jane because I was gonna say
Oh
Gigi
nah,
Dolan hasn't been
I'm
on
just saying, like,
screen in a while.
man, where has she been, bro? So like
Yeah.
they could bring up one or two of those women, put that inaugural championship on one of them, and have them run rampant up there on Raw or SmackDown, bro. Like they
Yeah.
just brought in Stephanie Vakir, bro. They got Julia, bro. They just brought I forget the new lady that they just brought in there. I almost
Zarya.
thought it was old girl from the Viking Raiders at one point,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Valhalla. I thought that was her at first,
Yeah,
man. But
no.
like even look at Byron Valkyria, like they got some new talent that they can put one of these titles on to really like. Don't put it on Becky. Don't put it on Bailey. Don't put it on none of those people who are already declared stars. Like have
Yeah.
them challenge for it. You know what I'm saying? Don't just put the title on them, man. But I mean, that was pretty much it, bro. I do feel like SmackDown was meaningful. It makes you wonder what's gonna happen on Monday Night Raw. I feel like everything is connected now. You know what I'm saying? We
Yep.
might see the Usos pop up on Monday Night Raw. We might see Jacob Fatu pop. We just you gotta watch to know what's taking place, man. So that was pretty much it. Where would you rate it at, man? I'll give it about like a 4 out of 5. What about you?
Yeah, I was about to literally say the same thing, man. 4 out of 5. It was a really good solid one. Um, it was one of the better ones in a while. Raw has been
Yeah.
getting kind of lackluster too, if you really think
Mm-hmm.
about it. But yeah, really good show. I'm really excited, bro, what they do at Survivor Series. I really am because there's so many opportunities right now for what that card can look like, other than just the Bloodline. And
Right.
for Survivor Series, they gotta do more than just a 5 match card,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah.
It's gotta be.
I'm wondering why Survivor Series and Elimination Chambers in Toronto. Like maybe they got some kind of deal going on, bro. But like
They're
that's
doing a lot of
almost
stuff in Canada
a
lately.
lot. Yeah, a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff is about to start being overseas as well, bro. Honestly, I feel like since WWE seen how big that first AEW Wembley pay per view was, bro, they like, man, we really need to, start expanding, bro. And that's exactly what they starting to do, man. So I feel like SmackDown was good. It got me interested to see exactly what's gonna happen on Monday Night Raw. So y'all let us know how y'all felt about SmackDown in the comment section below. Y'all smash that thumbs up, hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Like always over here, man. We gonna run y'all from turnbuckle to turnbuckle. But at the end, what we gonna do, Dylan?
We're gonna lock up in the middle.
Right in the middle of the ring. So other than that, you got your boy Unbreakable.
You got Dylan,
And we
and
out.
we out. Peace.
Peace.